I want to go over the cycle of each unit now that we've just about finished Unit 1. A good way to understand it is to go to the calendar. There's a view of the calendar on the home page, and it only shows you the dates from today onward. This is January 20th when I'm recording this. It is a little buggy because I noticed that some events that are showing on the calendar are not showing on this list. So that's a little problematic. So what you should always do is recheck the calendar by clicking this link and going to the calendar. If we go to the calendar, we can see that tomorrow Module 2 begins. And what happens when the module begins is that the leader group members for that module receive the essay questions that they're going to need to collaborate on over the course of their work. And the module leader group is due on a date defined in the calendar. And as you can see, it's on January 28th, 1 week later. So it says Module 2 leader group posting is due. Now, in between that first day, the 21st and the 28th, what the students need to do, the students in the leader group, is they need to read the module readings, and then they need to collaborate with each other on the private discussion board for their group during this period. They need to construct an essay on which all members can agree. They need to designate one member of the group to post it to the Module 2 open discussion board, and you can see that on the same day. Module 2 open discussion begins on January 28th. So it really doesn't begin until the module group, leader group, posts their essay to this board, which they must do by midnight on the 28th. Now the rest of the class also needs to do something between the 21st and the 28th, and that is they need to read the module readings, familiarize themselves with the content of the course, because on January 29th, the Module 2 quiz opens. Now that is the listing that did not appear on the display on the home page, as I indicated a few minutes ago. I don't know why it isn't displaying, because I ordered it to be displayed when I set up this event. However, it is displaying on the regular calendar, as you can see. And it shows that the Module 2 quiz opens on the 29th, and it ends on February the 2nd. So you no longer can access the Module 2 quiz after February 2nd or before the 29th. And then the module quiz ends. That's another link to that. It says it 3 times for some reason. But Module 2 ends. This point tells you that the open discussion also ends. So when Module 2 opens on the 28th, you have until February 2nd to respond to the essay and the 2 questions that are part of the essay. So let's take a look at the discussion board for Module 1 and see how this has gone. If we look at the open discussion, we see that that was unlocked on January 17th, and it closes tonight, January 20th. So we've had 6 postings to the board so far, and there's only a few hours left in the module. So I'm a little concerned that not all students will do their work for this module, because after tonight, it's over. The discussion is closed, and it says so clearly here. So if we open the module board up, you see that I have the questions that I gave to the module leader group. This may be the first time, that is, when students go to this board, it may be the first time they see what the module leader group had to answer. And then the very next post is Kelsey Ballard's essay, which represents the module leader group essay. So if you click on this link, you can open the document. Let's do that. It will open in Pages. I'm using a Mac. And there it is. And as you can see, the essay goes on, and at the very end, she does have two questions that she concludes at the end of the essay. And it's the two questions that the rest of the class is supposed to respond to based on the information they've absorbed and learned during the module. Now, what students really ought to do is to separate these questions from the body of the essay. So they should probably do something like this, and then something like that, and then separate them out so that students know exactly which questions they have to answer. And when the students post to the open discussion board between the 28th, in the case of the Module 2 open discussion, and the end of that module, as indicated by the calendar, they must respond to each of these questions. In order to get a full 2.5 points, students must thoughtfully reply to these two questions, and the students can do so in one post. It's probably better for students to do that, to answer both questions in the same post. And it can be a reply to this essay, the post in which this essay appeared. That's perfectly fine. And here we are back at the board, and we see that there are 5 views of my comments. So by this point, I have graded the module essay that Kelsey Ballard posted, and I have posted comments to it in this Google Doc, and all the students can see the comments. What I have not done is posted the grade here. I've posted the grade to the private grade lists of those who collaborated on this discussion. So if you go up to here, you can view topic in grid view, and you can see that 2 students have posted responses to the open discussion, Emily Williamson and George Ritchie. I don't know where the other students are. They are in danger of losing all credit for the open discussion of this module, which will happen if they don't show up on the board by midnight tonight. So I hope that this video has been helpful. I think it must be helpful because I think there must be some confusion on the part of students, and maybe this video will help alleviate that confusion.